And we certainly should be live. Welcome back, everybody. Hello, Trumpet. Hello, Benjamin. Hello, Luke. How are y'all doing today? Yeah, that's not it. Oh. Dadgum, Benjamin hit a 125 stream streak. I'm impressed. Alright. Yeah, Luke is fighting a migraine. Tragic. Okay. See, I found all of the... because there's one dome per island. And there's 5 islands, but there's 6 marbles. And I think this might be part of why I struggle with this one. It's the wrong number. Gosh, they did so good. Whoops. I'll just lock myself out real quick. That'll help. Luke thinks that we're going to finish the game today. I'm going to be proud of myself if I finish the waffle maker puzzle today. You know, I've got the stream chat and stuff on my phone, and I can see the stream on there, and sometimes I look down at it and I think, oh my gosh, it is so dark. How can you all see anything? And then I remember I have my phone's brightness turned almost all the way down. Oh yeah. Well, here's the thing. I'm pretty close to the end if I can get past the waffle maker puzzle. But also, stream is 2 to 3 hours. Can I beat the waffle maker in that time? And I've never beaten it myself before. I've only ever followed walkthroughs, and I've never understood from the walkthroughs why the waffle maker puzzle would be like that. Well, right now I'm heading back to Survey Island. So currently, my thought... Benjamin says pancakes are better than waffles anyway. Everyone who's in chat today has green names, and so I'm having to actually, like, work for this. Okay, so I'm heading back to Survey Island so I can look at this thing again and see if I did mark the correct things. So, symbols on the domes represent the islands. And each of them also has a color, but none of them is purple, and that's what's throwing me. And yeah, I found all the domes. Well, I found all the domes on the survey machine. So I'm assuming that I put the appropriately colored marble where the dome is, like in that grid square for that island. again, that leaves purple. So I thought I might look at the thing and see if I can find the starfisher. Oh. Oh. We've got a yellow Benjamin now. It's like a shiny Pokemon. Oh, wrong way. Ah. I choose you, Shiny Ben. Oh gosh, I keep forgetting to do this every time. Okay. Oh gosh. Hey. What does Shiny Ben evolve into? So I thought since the colors represent... Since the colors go to the domes on the island, I thought I might see if I can find the starfisher on the survey. See? This is Temple Island. Shiny Ben to Shiny Benja to Shiny Benjamin. There you go. That's definitely the dome. Did I have it rotated incorrectly? Oh no. Did I just have Temple Island completely wrong? Yeah, did I have that completely wrong? How did I get it there? How on earth? That's... yeah, it's the very top corner. Okay. Pinkman. Well, apparently I had Temple Island in completely the wrong spot. So I guess that could help. Hey, Chiller. Welcome, welcome. How are you today? Thank you. I'm all right. I got enough sleep to feel like I could puzzle game today. So that's pretty spectacular. Okay, legitimately, how did I get the dome being there? Okay. Huh? I'm still beginning to realize the majority of people in our Bible study tonight come from your Twitch streams. Uh-huh. I mean, Mark isn't from my streams. But that's it. And I have been on their stream. Yeah, I don't know how I got Temple being there. I feel like as long as I'm here, I should double check the others. Starfisher was across multiple, squares, though. Like, am I just not supposed to use purple? Is it a trap? Purple is always a trap. Yes. It's a trap. Okay. Prison's correct. It's purple. Yeah, I don't know how I got Temple Island that far off. Like, that's impressively inaccurate. There. Yes. Rotation throws a lot of people off. Well, see, I had it wrong on this grid, but I also had it wrong on, like, the island grid. And, like, that one has a distinct shape, so I don't know how I got it. Like, I don't know how I could have looked at it in that shape on the screen and looked at it in that shape on my notes and gotten the wrong square. Apparently I was very tired last night. Benjamin says, I wish I had a puzzle brain. I can match shapes, I can match colors, but if you combine them or get any more complex, I'm out. Dig that. Okay, yeah, there's that dome. One dome. Okay, I do have survey correct. See, sometimes I think I have a puzzle brain, and sometimes I think I have a kid's puzzle brain. Feel me? Like, puzzles for grown-ups? That's too many steps. Puzzles that are for ages like 8 to 12? Brilliant. Like that meme, this is not a kid's game, that's why I'm struggling. Though I did solve it as a kid. Still don't know how. I know I looked up the waffle maker puzzle. I'm pretty sure that's the only part I looked up. Okay. So they should all be right. But I thought they were all right last time. And it still doesn't tell me what to do about purple. Luke says, I like the lore and world building of the Myst games, but I don't always have the patience for complicated fiddly puzzles. Yes. Hey Boomer! Welcome, welcome! How are you doing? Oh, Chiller, I wanted to ask, how's the new job been going? New at this point, but you've had a chance to settle in. Boomer said not too good. I'm having to eat another Bluebell ice cream. Oh, so much ice cream, you poor man. But legitimately, I have had periods of my life where I've had to have a disgusting amount of dental work. And I would, like, be eating my soft foods. And I'd have, you know, soft foods I liked. I'd have, you know, mashed potatoes with cheese, I'd have pudding, I'd have ice cream, and I'd be sitting there eating my ice cream and bawling because I just wanted to chew something so bad. I want a Dorito. Chiller says, so far so good. Lots of lifting heavy furniture and pulling furniture for upcoming staging of houses. Mostly low maintenance, though sometimes I have to go and help you guys move furniture into the house. Luke says, sounds like a good way to get fit. I was gonna say, I hope you have a back brace. Lift with your legs, not with your back! Ooh. Oh man. Trumpet says, story time! When Riven released in '97, I got it and a hint guide for Christmas, but we realized pretty quick that it was PC only and we had a Mac. So I couldn't play it, but I kept the hint guide. I tried super hard not to look at the guide over the years. I had to wait until we got a PC. As far as I recall, the only thing I learned from the guide by the time I could play was the number system. I think I genuinely solved everything else. Nice! Chiller says that Luke is correct, been able to lift more. Nice! And you've been hoping to get healthier this year, so doing something with that degree of physical activity sounds like a good way to go about it. Strength training is good for you. So I hear. I can barely lift the jar of pickles. It says I'm currently eating a salad as part of getting back on a health program. Boomer released the oiling robot. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here drinking my chocolate milk. Though, as, you know, Luke is painfully aware, I tend to struggle to keep my weight up in a healthy range. So, drinking my calories tends to be, necessary. Benjamin said practice Southern style cooking and the calories will find you. See, I thought that's already what I do. Luke taking notes. Yeah, Luke works very hard to try to make sure I don't drop weight again. He saw me drop 15 pounds from the weight that I was when we got married, and it was scary. 2 words, bulk lard. It's true. We've been doing a lot of olive oil. Oh, that's hilarious. So, okay. So I still have the wrong, like, tiny grid square, but big grid squares. I marked down the wrong one for Temple Island on my list, but then I put the marble in the wrong one when I assembled the puzzle, and it's actually the right one. That's hilarious. Spoiler. Luke says you can get grass-fed lard on Amazon. I don't get how they get the lard to eat grass, though. Okay. I'm gonna try this. Still don't know what to do about the purple one. I got that missed strategy guide, and I believe they had one for Riven in the same bookstore, and I chose not to get it. Yeah, that's still not it. Did you know plants turn into bacon if you feed it to a pig? Okay, so I'm fairly confident that they're all in the right places. I'm not positive that they are all the right colors, but I don't know. I don't know how to ensure that they are the right colors. So And I really have no clue what to do with that dadgum purple one. Why? Double check which symbol is which color. Back to Survey Island. And so I can check which symbol is which color. I'm not sure how to double check which symbol is which island. Like, which symbol is which color, I'm pretty sure I've got. And I can check that one fairly easily. I do not know how to see if I have these symbols matched to the correct islands. To determine the island colors initially. I think symbol that flips the dome open, but now the domes are open. Also, I haven't gotten to Prison Island yet, so I can't check that one, and I haven't reached the dome on Temple Island yet, so I can't check that one either. You can close the domes. What? That's news to me. Alright, let's head to Temple Island, see how this goes. So I've been partially working off of my notes from the remake, hoping that the colors matched the same islands. Well, hoping the symbols matched the same islands. What is the dome of these things? Whee! If purple is just a red herring, I'm gonna be so mad. But if it's not a red herring, I'm gonna be madder. Purple herring. Go through the warp elevator. I couldn't figure out how to get it open. Oh. Okay. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? There's been a tiny button hidden there the whole time. So smart, me. Our future front door. Yes. Bonus, you have to solve the puzzle to get in. Cut down dramatically on visitors. Close the dome, he said. Oh. Ah. Hello, Everett. Button's a bit of a pixel hunt. See it clearly when coming from Survey to Jungle. Ah. And I am trying to figure out the waffle maker puzzle. So it's going as you would expect. Hi, small human! Hello, Sapphire. We're happy to have you too. That one is Oh yeah. I wanted to ask during your stream, but you were in the middle of battle, so I did not want to disrupt that too much. What kind of build are you playing in Skyrim? What race? How do you play? Preferred guild? Okay. We can talk Skyrim when you get back. Okay. Okay. So... yeah, Jumbo's red. So I know that one's right. There's two that I haven't been able to access. So I guess I'll just have to try both ways for those. Double check these. Right. Yeah. Also, I feel this is important to note. So, I have this glass that I have my chocolate milk in, right? I love this glass. It's really cool. You know, it's got that kind of soda can shape. It's got whales swimming around it. It's very fun. I looked online, and you can get custom prints on glasses like this, which means that I could potentially draw myself some works, some little cartoon works, and get a work glass. Everett says, I know some disagree, but I like the waffle iron puzzle in the original. I would like it better if it had a little more context. As said, I've had multiple times where I've looked up walkthroughs and found the solution to it and just felt very lost still because, well, this is the answer, but how are you supposed to get there? Why is this the answer? How do you find the pieces of it? Oh gosh, Boomer asks if it would be work from home. Yes. Yellow. That one's orange. Okay. That faster to work with. Okay. There's a purple marble and like if it's not a red herring and I'm actually actually supposed to do something with the purple marble, then I will never solve this. I did feel like in the remake it's a lot clearer why the waffle maker puzzle is there and why it requires the data that it does. Like, it was a lot clearer why Gen has the waffle maker puzzle. This one, I'm not entirely sure why he has it. And why it is the way it is. I guess the remake, it feels more integrated into the world. Oh, Crumpet says when you Google Riven marble puzzle, the third image is now the remake solution, or at least an attempt. Wow. Double check which symbols are which islands. Oh, look. Everett says, although I do prefer this version of the puzzle, I do agree that in the original I've never really understood what functionality is occurring in the middle of the big dome. The remake is a big improvement in that regard. Yes. Luke says a work-from-home design with a warp wearing glasses typing on a keyboard would be hilarious. Yeah, like... once I got to the puzzle, in the remake, I did find it. I would say I found it simplified to such a point that it felt like a very different puzzle. Those annoying commission artists when you meet them in chat. I have my digital art tablet sitting right here. I need to try learning a new program and I've been putting it off because I'm intimidated. It is not Wacom. There is a Wacom tablet that I would love to get, but I can't justify dropping, what is it, like $300 on a tablet at the moment. Mine is, I think it's Huion? It's not bad. It's not a bad one. It doesn't have a display, which would be really nice. The dream. One day. So, I will make a note. Work from home. There we go. Okay. It says I'm not an artist at all, but I have to take a digital art class in college for my major to replace another class that wasn't available. That was the only walk-in experience. Survey is also the same. It'll be the same, right? Right? Yeah, I haven't used Wacom, but you know, I've heard only good things, and they have a small tablet that has a display. I have had a giant art tablet. It didn't have a display, but it had the like big drawing surface, and I found it cumbersome. Isn't that the guy from Sherlock? Like if I wanted to draw something like a detail while I was super zoomed in, I had to do such huge movements that it was just unwieldy. I tend to like drawing very small. I just want something with a small surface. And of course, right after I got my little Huyan one, Wacom released a small tablet with a screen. Well, hang on. That's the one that doesn't have a light. So is that purple? And the light's broken? I used to watch so many artists on YouTube, like, all the time. Traditional art, digital art, whatever. I watched so much art, and I drew a lot. I wasn't good, but I drew a lot. And drawing that much, I did get a lot better. Still wasn't good, but better. And it's been a while. And a lot of the ones that I like have either changed their style and deleted all of the old videos, or they're not making art anymore, or my style has changed and I don't care for their art as much these days. So, in some ways, I'm not sure how to get back into art. But I do have some characters that I would really like to draw, and I'm very motivated for. And really all of them, but one especially. I know that digital art would be the best medium. So I really need to figure out how to use a different digital art program. I have one downloaded. I just get very easily intimidated by learning new programs, so I keep putting it off. Well. Okay. So I'll try purple for boredom. Oh, that leaves more options for the two that I haven't been able to access. Okay. He's fine. Boiler. Oop. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Squish. Will it make waffles? Did I make a waffle? How do I get back into dome? In here. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah, now I have to remember how to get back in the door. Oh dear. Choshmard. Streaming puzzle games, best choice. Remember all the places this thing goes. Alright. Really need to draw more maps and charts when I'm playing these games. So I believe the waffle maker turned on. So yeah, trying to figure out what I can do with that now. I'll probably have to go to one of the other islands because I never did figure out how to get to the spinning dome on Temple yet. And get to the one on Jungle. Whoops. Why do I keep closing that door? Just gonna maglev all over the place. was thrilled when I found out that there actually are, like, maglev trains in real life. They don't look quite the same, but same concept. They can go really, really fast because there's no, like, surface friction. Unless they're floating. Don't let me forget that I need to save my game. Like, if you see me, like, head for the dome without saving, stop me. Save game. Save. Yes. Okay. Goes all the way over. 22, 11, 5, 3. Leave the parts. It is scary. Yep, there we go. We got picture. The flyovers are such a good way for them to show off their work and what they could do. Thank you. Alright, first time solving waffle maker. Yay! There's a call button. So you can be like, hello, excuse me, you trapped me. Real again.
I apologize for the cage. I'm afraid this situation has often required of me a more primitive code of conduct than I might otherwise have chosen. I am Gen. I assume you've heard of me. Yes. Well, I suspect you have acquired some false information of who I am now. Not that my son would have lied to you about me. No, not Atris. It's just that... well, I'm sure he believes me to still be the depraved father I once was. Yes. I even tried to kill him once. God, if I had accomplished that, who knows what I would have become. A great father indeed, who tries to murder his own son. Thankfully, he trapped me on age 5, a prison of my own creation. No books, no precious inks. No ages to link to, nothing but my own foolish ambitions. That was 30 years ago. 30 years, 30 lifetimes, what does it matter? No sentence could be too harsh for the man I was. But I have changed. Be sure the deeds of my past can never be completely atoned for, but my mission was an honorable one. I'm sorry, this is all a bit awkward. It's been a long time since I've attempted to persuade anyone of my intentions. Most of the people here have already made their minds up about me one way or another. I myself do not trust the words of most men, so I don't expect you to believe me. In the end, though, you may discover that I do have more than mere words to offer. Atris's choice of punishment has been hard on the people of Riven, and many have suffered because of it. The island has been steadily decaying for years, but according to my most recent measurements, it appears that the Fifth Age has entered its final days. Unless the villagers can be relocated soon, the island will collapse entirely and everyone will perish. It has taken me a long time to do it, but it appears that finally I'll be able to make some substantial amends to my past transgressions, especially in... well, I'm afraid I've had some trouble with Catherine and the moiety. In any society, there will always be a small percentage of the population with rebellious tendencies. Before Catherine appeared, the moiety, as they call themselves, had been relatively harmless. I mean, the natives here are a fairly violent people by nature, but I'd almost come to accept their presence. It seemed inevitable under the circumstances. Upon Catherine's return, however, their violence intensified considerably. It seems she's become some sort of religious savior to them.
That's my job.
As far as I can tell, she's come to believe this herself. So I've had no alternative. I had to separate her from her people. I must admit, though, that my concerns were not entirely for her safety alone. The actions of Catherine and the moiety have put my own life at risk on numerous occasions. Consequently, the lives of all the people here. Therefore, I must ask you to refrain from any attempt to free her. Although I'm sure Atris desires it. Indeed, he must desire it with all his heart. But he is completely unaware of her recent state.
You have to memorize a lot of monologue. It's impressive.
Which brings me to the point of all of this. The linking book you brought with you. You're very fortunate to have recovered it. If I may. Thank you.
Big scientist experiments on other people instead of himself.
Perhaps it would be best if you went through first.
Wait. Is he planning to come through with his Atris hunting spear? Oh yes, I'm a much better father than I was when he trapped me and I tried to murder him. Just let me come on through to where my son is. I promise the gun is not for him. Wow. It's my body. They did a really good job of making this replica. Very pleased. Thank you. It's one of my treasured possessions. That was a really great Kickstarter. Much better. Ah, the bookcinerator. Yeah, I'm really glad that I was able to get one of the inkwells. It makes me feel very, like, warm and happy and nostalgic every time I see it. To again, my husband and my, can't tell what that word is. Something myself. The love something me. I'm like, I knew I'm not great at cursive. I did not know how bad I was at cursive until I played these. Rattle and then several dings. Okay. Start this latest journal with astounding news. Catherine has returned to the 5th age, and though it sets my teeth on edge to say it, she's also vanished as quickly as she appeared, stolen from me by the rebels. As my guard tells it, she linked into the Fisher Plateau cage, as I'd guessed, when suddenly he was set upon by a band of rebels who darted him and spirited her away. I suspect the truth of the matter was that he was so dumbfounded at actually witnessing someone link in after all this time but he presented an easy target for whichever rebel had happened by at that moment. The luck of it. He did get a good enough look at her, though, to verify that it was indeed Catherine. He also claims that he inspected all of her belongings and found no linking book on her person, a fact which, if true, makes the question of why she's returned here all the more puzzling. While I am sick with frustration at having lost the only quarry that cage has ever caught, I am also filled with hope. She may yet provide me with a way back to Dunny. It is true that I have managed, despite overwhelming odds, to break free of the confines of the Fifth Age and resume my mission to save my culture from extinction by extinctioning other cultures. So that's how that works. But I fear that unless I am able to regain access to the vast resources that lie in the city's ruins, the task of reconstructing that great civilization will be impossible. If Catherine did bring a linking book with her, then I am halfway there. If not, then she is trapped in the Fifth Age, and I can assume that my emotionally crippled son will soon be along to rescue her. Ouch. Ooh, I really like his letter E there. That capital E. That's... because I need more Gin infiltrating my handwriting. It's a really cool E, though. Either way, it is crucial to my plans that I find her soon. Her presence here now forces me to take the rebels more seriously. I should never have permitted them to survive this long. Once again, the Great Wark has demonstrated its usefulness to me. This past week, the villagers have been most difficult to manage. Apparently they have learned of Catherine's arrival, and their fear of this mythic beast has been all that has kept them in line. Had I known how truly useful these prodigious creatures would prove to be, I would have perhaps captured more of them while the local population was still plentiful. Although, to be sure, if these disturbances continue, my current pets will be in no danger of perishing for lack of nourishment. The search for Catherine continues. I now deeply regret my mistake of having ever taught these primitive people anything at all about the books. It seems that with each passing day, I more sorely realize the extent to which they were not ready for that knowledge, not even in the simplified manner in which I'd presented it to them. Their minds, adapted only to the exceptionally menial tasks of village life, were incapable of comprehending the art in all its complexity, and thus were unable to extract the essential underlying principles that are, ironically, so elegantly simple. It is obvious that much of the discord that exists between us stems from their failure to grasp the full meaning of the information I gave them. If they'd been able to gain even the smallest glimpse of the future I'd planned for them, then this conflict would not exist. The minds of children are much more malleable. With the proper instruction, they've developed a more appropriate posture towards the culture that gave them their lives. At times, they take to it almost as if they had a bit of Dunny blood in them. Given the natives' inborn limitations, however, I am quite careful that none gain a level of understanding that would permit them to sin against their future the way that Catherine did. How foolish I was to think that she could contain such knowledge responsibly, when it was quite clear that my own son could not. Atris, still he remains one of the greatest disappointments of my life. I should never have left him with my mother. By the time I'd returned for him, he'd already been poisoned as to all thoughts of the Dunny. Perhaps it was the only way that she could rationalize the fact that she had been responsible for the collapse of their civilization. So much destruction, so many great lives lost, the guilt must have been unbearable. I do have vague recollections of the love she had for my father and for our world, but ultimately she was an outsider whose ignorance of the Dunny became the catalyst for their demise. If I am able to rebuild our culture and in the process correct such crucial weaknesses, then perhaps what she did was ultimately necessary in order that a new era of prosperity might someday come to pass. These last few weeks I have found myself frequently beset by images from the past. As I stood in the schoolroom today, I was reminded of my own childhood, the years I spent in the Bookmakers Guild, Father's immense pride at each of my small accomplishments there. He was an important man in the Dunny world, but I can't bear to think of him for long. It's too much. I was too young to see such a thing. I've got her. Late last night, I received word that Catherine was in the village attempting to persuade the people to join her. I lost 2 good men in the process, but I would have paid 100 times that number for such a prize. She's been taken to the prison island, where I've been attempting to gain some insight as to the reason for her presence here. I've had to fight the all but constant impulse to put her on the gallows. She has adopted the most infuriating stance of only answering my questions when she answers them at all in her native tongue. Even so, she's a poor liar. I am now quite certain that her return to Riven was unintentional and that she brought no linking book with her. As far as her unwillingness to share with me the location of the moiety, we shall see. Without their leader, however, they are once again powerless against me. If Catherine's coming here was indeed an accident, then Atris is bound to come for her. That is a given. The question I must now consider is, how will he do it? Hey! Oh dear, excuse me. The question I must now consider is, how will he do it? It is likely that his hesitation has been due, at least in part, to this dilemma one way or another, though he'll have to bring a linking book to get back to Dunny. There's no other way. Thank you, Luke. Everett says, weirdly, that ultimately necessary line is what Yisha and the designers would later actually believe. I have mixed thoughts on the fall of the Dunny, but it's been too long since I've dug deep enough into the lore to, like, articulate. So I don't know. Like, I don't fully agree with the DRC, but I don't fully agree with Yisha either. I don't know. It's late and I cannot sleep. I've lost so much in my life. My people, my father, my son, and you, my wife. Keita, you were the only true kindness I've ever known. Watching you flicker there in the imager, sometimes... Okay, I sometimes wonder if you were real. Well, you have a son, so... If I could restore your life with my pen, I would do so in an instant, and leave the rest of the world to their own wretched fate. Savages. I would be well advised to leave them all in the 5th Age and begin again with a clean sheet of paper. A stranger has arrived on Riven. That's me! With a linking book to Dunny. And once again my useless minion was overtaken by the rebels. From what little I could decipher from his muddled explanation, it apparently occurred sometime this morning. The cage has been damaged, but it is no matter. Everything I need is here now. Atris is certainly behind this, yet how could he be so foolish as to send someone here with a linking book? Such blatancy is unlike him. Could it be that he has had a change of heart? After all these years, is he finally letting his poor old father go? No, he's only after one thing. Perhaps he should find her. For now, I need only to wait and observe. Okay. Ooh. Prison Island? Save game. Save. Prison Island. Alright, what do I need to hit? Find out. There we go. Okay. And here we go. Let me in, please. Thank you. Okay. Got it. Yay. I really love that you can explore more of Prison Island in the remake. Cage in a cage.
Adik. You made it. But how'd you get past? You have to get me out of here. If Gen gets the linking book to Dunny, he'll kill Atris. Gen's people may be watching us. The combination to the elevator is somewhere in Gen's office. Be careful. Go then. If you won't help me, then I have nothing more to say.
It says the furnace-like thing creates additional problems for the functionality of the main dome. Apparently both have the same power to power the books, but neither really makes sense. Yes. Yeah, like the entire clunky energy system he's using needs a lot more detail. That's not open it. Not. Possible noises. R. Click. Rattle. Ding. I need to reread stuff like the Book of Tiana. If I remember correctly from my teens when I was at the most extreme stage of my mist obsession. I think my feeling was mostly that the fall of the Dunny was inevitable, but not necessary. It didn't have to happen, but it was going to happen no matter what. As to whether it led to a better world, I don't know because we never really see Relisha. Yeah, it's rattle and then 4 dings, right? Okay. Return of Mr. Pink. Welcome back, Benjamin. How's it going? Hunger greatly. Oh dear. You're too far away for me to feed you. Sorry. I have to figure out when I'm feeding the wolf. It's Taco Tuesday, but I know he wants Mexican food. The fact that that used to be the great tree is so painful. I already put that in. Apparently have to talk to her first. Benjamin says, I desire the finest pie of pizza. Problem is a large pie around here goes for around $32 on average. Absolutely not. Oh gosh. Ta-da! I need to read the Book of Tiana again.
We have to move quickly. Gen's people may already know what's happening. Once we're back with the moiety, we'll have time to regroup. Can I see the book?
The brown lipstick.
You did it.
It was 97.
We're all free. You captured Gen. But there's still his followers. I'm not sure what I'll do once I realize he's gone. I'll have to get the villagers to safety as soon as possible. You go back to the Temple Island and reopen the fissure. I know it's risky, but it's the only way to signal Atris. I'll try to make it back there as soon as I can, but don't wait for me. Don't forget, the portal combination's in my journal. Good luck.
I do love her outfit, though. I've wanted to make a Catherine cosplay for years. Years. I have so many things that I would love to sew, and I've still never learned how to sew. Pitiful. That would be creepy. You could be Atris. cosplay Catherine and Atris. One of the games he does have cool goggles in. Which one is it? Is it Revelation? The Myst fans will know what I'm talking about. There's one where Atris has the cool goggles. Yes? Misremembering something because I just associate him as being so cool that he must have cool goggles. I do have cool goggles that I got because of Myst. It says he might have goggles with him in Myst 3, and doesn't he have them at the end here? That sounds right. Alright, keep an eye out. See if he has cool goggles. I need... Simple. Luke says I could dress up as a linking book with an open rectangle for my face. Says one thing I really dislike about the remake. Well, in the original, Catherine cuts off your access to everywhere except Temple Island because there's tons of activity elsewhere because designers just couldn't include. In the remake, you can go everywhere and nothing is happening. I did not notice that because I only went where I was supposed to. But we talked about earlier, there's just a lot less activity in the remake in general. It's kind of sad. My glove should be broken. Oh, now there's a button. She fixed that? Ah, it goes down. Okay. We have trapped again and freed Catherine. And I need to reread the Book of Tiana so that I can remember how the Dunny fell. Okay, so ripped the linking panel out of the other 4 books and closed the drawbridge in the big dome. She moved fast. Time to rip the world apart. I know, 1-inch princess destroyer of worlds rides again. look at the maglev. What? Every single time today. Doesn't seem to be coming. She didn't have anything to do while she was trapped but work out. Ultimate cardio. Sprint around Riven, breaking everything. Alright. Open the fissure. Okay. Oh man, it's the wrong one. Is there a reset button? Every goddamn time. Okay. This is the code. Do I not know my numbers? I know my numbers. So... quiet, no open. Why I no can open? Wait. I have a code written down that says Fisher code. Return was so long. 5, 4, 1, 5, 1. Found to unlocked. Report combination which was required by community. Yeah. 5, 4, 1, 5, 1. Yeah. Why no open? Legitimately, what am I missing here? Did I mess up that badly? How do I reset it? You're supposed to do it with no misclicks ever and you don't get another chance? Maybe I need an oil can. It looks rusty. Oh, IT, have you tried turning your ice cream cone of doom off and back on again? I know that I misclicked. Uh-huh. I know that I misclicked, but I haven't been able to figure out if it resets or if it's just still counting. The code I have is 54151. I've been doing that over and over again, trying to figure out why it's not opening. I know that I misclicked right off the bat. It's 54151. But like, it's not taking it. Reset button, and it doesn't have little number readouts, so for you to be able to tell how many button presses it's counting. Bugs me when I have the answer and I can't figure out how to make it take it. It doesn't, like, I have the answer, it doesn't want it. So this makes you feel better. I know I've tried opening the hatch the exact same way you're trying right now. If it didn't have duplicate numbers, I think that it was like the order that I'm supposed to press them in, but it does have duplicates, and they, like, there can't be two that are the 5th button. Like when your dollar bill is perfectly flat, but the machine won't take it. Yes. Did rip them out. Very efficient. She's probably been planning this for, like, years. When I get out, this is exactly how I will mess up everything he's ever tried to do. have power going to it. I've tried the lever, I tried the button. I haven't found anything other than the lever and the button. Well, I found the stop, but I already took out the stop and that was all I needed to do with that. Trumpet asks, has anyone else noticed the room Catherine was imprisoned in didn't have a bed or toilet? Well, not the part we can see of it. There might be more that we can't, because we can't access the whole thing. Could be a ladder going up. Yeah, and a little lever here, and a little button here. I'm perplexed. I only have so many numbers. If I'm not supposed to put them in here, then why would they have space that looks like numbers go in it? Yeah, I've only been able to find the lever and the button. And those buttons. Those buttons don't like me. But they're right there. It has to be them. Yes. Because I really have nothing to do but keep putting the same numbers into the same thing. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Boo. Ooh. Stars. Take out your puzzle frustrations on the universe. Oh gosh. Got the stop. I like Riven. I'm sad that it dies. Oh wow. screenshot that. I wonder if that's like a tunnel that you fall through. Alright, here we go. Back away! I don't understand why you just stand there watching everything around you get sucked in. Bye-bye. You're watching the linking book closely, Atris. Does have cool goggles.
There isn't much time. Where's Catherine? Where's the book?
Atris!
I don't...
Oh my gosh, mullet.
The villagers are safely in the Rebel Age. I thank you.
As do I. You've accomplished more than I could have hoped for. You've given me back my life. The path home is now clear for all of us. This is where our paths must part. Perhaps we'll meet again someday. You know where to find me. Goodbye, my friend.
Well, bye, I guess. Luke said I can do robes, not sure about the mullet.
Now I understand. Endings and beginnings are within the fissure. That riven cleft of stars that access both a wall and a bridge. And though I am unable to understand how, the very flow of stars that brought my mistbook into worthy hands, I am sure served as a safe passage home for my friend. The age of Riven is closed forever, but the people of Riven are free. And now I am at rest, understanding that in books and ages and life, the ending can never truly be written.
Beat the waffle maker puzzle, but couldn't figure out how to input a code that they gave me. Sounds right. You did come in at the end, Sapphire. Welcome in. Trumpet, it's a good thing Atris wasn't in the bathroom when you opened the fissure. Wait, he doesn't have a toilet either. Thank you. Okay, I feel satisfied. Also, that means that Mist 3 is next. He's my favorite. There will probably be a lot of screenshots being taken. Get very used to that click noise. You know what? Game holds up surprisingly well. Worm tongue, not worm tail. Worm tail's from Harry Potter. Yeah, I think we'll be calling it. We're not gonna switch to another game today. But, yeah, I was very pleased by how well it held up. Like, again, the remake, they gave the puzzles much better context. So like, the puzzles felt a lot more like they were part of the world and like they had a purpose for the people living in it. I liked that, you know, the ones that were made by Gen were like extra dunny, and the ones that were made by the Moiete were very Rivenese. I liked how you could see the culture clash through the puzzles. But OG Riven, like, again, I love all of the little glimpses that you get of people. So they're both very immersive, but in different ways. Like, does it make sense if I say that the remake is more intellectually immersive and the original is more emotionally immersive? And 1997, the graphics are still beautiful. Like, it is still a beautiful game. I was a little sad that I could not remember anymore where all of the Easter eggs are. I used to know all of them. Yeah, I'd say that the original and the remake are fairly even. They have different pros and cons, but they kind of balance out. And I do kind of feel like you need to play them both to have sort of the full experience and the full understanding of the Fifth Age. So. Interesting. I was impressed. Yeah, brain done. Brain done now. But I solved the waffle maker puzzle, and I deserve a prize for that. Dadgummit. Took me hours for one puzzle. But I got it. Oh. You deserve a trip to the Waffle House. Triggered. Everett says, I recently played the 1998 Polish puzzle adventure game Aria. In comparison, Riven holds up as if it is a whole generation of quality after its time. Yes. Like, Cyan Worlds, it's just always been so far ahead of its time. It's stunning. Like, because I played, you know, a lot of puzzle adventure games, and they never quite hold up against Cyan Worlds. No Skyrim today. At some point, one of these days, every time it goes on sale, I look at it and I'm like, oh, maybe no, I don't need it right now. At some point when it goes on sale, just because I refuse to pay full price for another Skyrim thing because I've bought Skyrim too many times. I will buy the like anniversary upgrade, and then I don't know, maybe I'll establish like a sort of like how some bars will have ladies' night, we'll have a weekly adults' night, and play Skyrim. Okay, see, I own Skyrim for Xbox 360 and for Xbox One, and on disc for PC, and also digitally for PC, and for Switch. And I own the anniversary upgrade for Xbox One. So I just cannot bring myself to pay the full, like, what, 10 or 20 bucks or whatever it is for the anniversary upgrade digital for PC as well, because Bethesda has gotten enough money out of me on one game. If they want me to pay full price again, they need to put out a new one. Like, if there is ever actually an Elder Scrolls 6 while I am still like physically capable of playing it and not like crippled with arthritis in my nursing home begging the nurses to bring me the new game. Please, doctor, prescribe me an Xbox. Like, they put out Elder Scrolls 6. I will pre-order it. No game for you until you eat your gruel. You can keep my pudding, just let me have my game. Okay, so my playthrough, like my personal playthrough of Baldur's Gate, I am in Act 3 and have been on hiatus from it for like 2 or 3 months because it was just way too high pressure for how tired and overwhelmed I've been feeling. So I still haven't finished Baldur's Gate. It's sitting there waiting for me, and I've been playing Hogwarts Legacy instead, where they talk me through the puzzles. Like, if you walk into a room with a puzzle and you don't immediately solve it, your character starts saying, I'll bet I need to figure out a way to do this. And if you don't do that yet, it's like, this looks like a clue over here. I wonder what I need to do with this thing. Like, they will talk you through the puzzle so that you don't get stuck. I've been very much appreciating it. Sapphire says I've never finished either. I just started 1,000 new playthroughs. I did just start a playthrough as Will so that I can romance Karlach, because I ship it. But yeah, I have not gotten very far in that because it was very quickly like, okay, yep, back to Hogwarts Legacy. I need something where I can't mess up. So yeah. Skyrim, I know well enough that I'm not too worried about like messing up and breaking my game, because I've played it a lot. Like a lot. So, and yeah, I have really been liking playing it on the easiest difficulty with survival mode on, because that gives me the amount of challenge that is interesting and fun for me, and not the kind of challenge where I cry. Okay, so the anniversary upgrade for Skyrim adds survival mode. Like, you have to sleep, you have to eat, and you have to stay warm. Like, if you try to go up the cold mountains while wearing like normal clothing or like a very open light armor, you will freeze. So you have to know like whether stuff is like, whether areas are like warm, cold, or freezing. and you have to dress appropriately. And again, I really like this on the easiest difficulty. Because then I'm basically just having to strategize for the survival part. I don't have to worry as much about like the fights. So it's okay if like my warmest armor is not my best armor. Trumpet says, so battling characters are easier, but Mother Nature is still just as tough. Yes. It makes it a little more of a survival challenge rather than a combat challenge. Oh gosh, Sapphire says she gave Small Human a kiss and she ran off covering her mouth and making puke sound. I didn't need self-esteem. Oh man. And probably in a couple hours she'll be begging you for kisses. Yeah, I like it when it's not like a big challenge for combat, but I still have to strategize for it. So I've really been enjoying playing Skyrim that way. Yeah, but I would need the anniversary upgrade for that, so I'll keep watching for it. At some point, I'll finally cave. Again, every time I tell myself, next time it goes on sale, I'll get it. And then I see it go on sale, and it's like, no, they've had enough money from me. But also, it's Skyrim, and I know that I will still get my money's worth out of it. Small Human is 5. They're so huggable at that age. Okay. So, I am planning. If she liked hugs. Aww. That's so sad. So I am planning to be back tomorrow, usual time, 3 o'clock Eastern. See how close I get. Overheard in Bethesda CEO suite. We must find a way for Princess to buy our sale items or we shall fail as a business. I mean, I've been single-handedly supporting their business since 2011, so... At least that's what it feels like sometimes. I've bought Skyrim enough. Like, if they put out another version of Skyrim before they put out the next game, I will riot. Just me by myself having a tiny riot. An inch-high riot. Sapphire says, I've overheard them plotting to add farming items to appeal more to Princess. Is it Hearthfire? And then I think it's stuff that's in the anniversary expansion. You can have a farm. And yes, it's my favorite. Stardew Skyrim. That's how I play, but with more thieving. Not random thieving, but I do a lot of Thieves Guild side quests. A lot. More marriageable options would go a long way to drawing me back through the game. Like, a few male options that aren't awful, and just better romance mechanic in general. Like, a little more dialogue. Spouse has a little more to do, something. Special edition might have the DLCs included. Sapphire says, oh my gosh, the Thieves Guild guy. Brynjolf, yes. He calls me lass. Let me marry Brynjolf. Literally anyone from the Thieves Guild, but mostly Brynjolf. Like, let me marry him and let him keep calling me lass afterwards. I'll have to share a hysterical reel that I saw about marriage in video games. I'll post it in the Discord, because oh boy. So, yeah, like, I would really like more options, more interesting options. Sapphire says, I love how similar we are in Skyrim. He calls you lass! What red-blooded woman can resist? Find me a woman who plays Skyrim and doesn't want to marry Brynjolf. I haven't found one yet. Like, they just don't understand their audience. Yeah, I would like it if... Like, I would like the marriage to be so much more dynamic, more fleshed out. I want to be able to have spouse as companion who can't die. That's the dream for me. I want us to go on adventures together. For him to call me lass. I am a simple woman with simple pleasures. I am not as difficult to please as they think I am. I'm planning to be back tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern. And until then, thank y'all so much for watching. I am so glad that you were able to spend this time with me, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, everybody.